You start feeling it, feeling little bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden, the door unlocks when the energy comes in big enough, and you just say to yourself, that's it. I'm not trying anymore, I just am. And so the crystals are exactly this part of the story for us. The crystal will help you to feel the energy, little bits and pieces of it, to tap into the energy, to feel it. And the more you feel it, the more you feel that flow, eventually you'll realize that actually the door was never even locked in the first place. It's always been unlocked, and we've just been sitting there, banging on the wall, trying to break the wall down. And we never saw that the door was already open, just right there waiting for us because we were too busy banging on the wall. Welcome back to another video. My name is Nathan, and I make videos that have to do with metaphysics, manifestation, and connecting the two topics together to achieve happiness in our lives. And in this video, we're talking about how to actually use crystals to astral travel. See, I've made a video recently, because I have a lot of crystal stuff going on right now, about the best crystals for astral travel. But the video was mostly just about, let's get the crystals in there and briefly mention why and the energy about them. So in this video, we're gonna hone in on the specifics together about how you can actually use these crystals to astral travel. How can you actually bring this crystal into your life, work with it, and use the energy to effectively astral travel. And that's exactly what this video is all going to be all about. And I'm really excited about that. So let's just go ahead and get started with it. The way that you want to work with the crystals to astral travel is by first asking ourselves a question. How do we get to the astral realm in the first place? And it all comes down to permission, giving yourself permission to do it. Now, I know this sounds like super vague and kind of lame, but I'm gonna flesh this out real quick for you guys in a simple way that's gonna be really helpful, not just for astral traveling, but honestly, all kinds of other areas that this applies in my life, so maybe it will for you guys too. Right now, I'm holding a camera and I'm making a video. I don't believe that that's the case. I don't believe that I'm here making a video and I'm a YouTuber. I know I am. I literally am a YouTuber holding a camera, making a video. Now, for me to be in this moment right here with you doing this, I have to give myself permission to be a YouTuber and make that change, because think about it, I wasn't always a YouTuber. At some point, I had to just make the choice to do it. And that's exactly what astral travel is like. There was a long period of time where I really wanted to be a YouTuber. And I really wanted it, and I wanted to do it, and I thought about it, and I kind of dabbled in it a little bit, but I never really did it. I never stepped into it fully. And then all of a sudden one day, I decided I'm done trying to be a YouTuber. I'm just gonna be it right now. And I gave myself full permission, and I just started going. And the wave of success that came almost immediately is unfathomable. I was literally able to go and live all my dreams and everything really quickly. It didn't take a whole lot of time like a lot of people talk about when you start YouTube. And it all comes to one thing that I've honestly really reflected on a lot to be able to share with you guys to be helpful. And it's permission. All the best things that have happened in my life, all the things that I'm able to do that are really magnificent, or even the things that seemingly aren't that magnificent, like going to the bathroom. It all comes down to giving ourselves permission to just be that version of ourselves and do it right now. So that's a huge emphasis in this video. Now, when it comes to crystals and how we can actually work with them to astral travel, the crystals are like an energetic key that is going to fit your unique lock, okay? Lots of us are really locked up. Lots of us have all kinds of stuff going on. You know, we've had struggles in life. We've been presented a lot that this is the way that life is, this is the way it is, this is the way it's always gonna be. And so we never give ourselves permission to experience or do anything different, because we basically just follow along in line with what we know, right? What we know, that's the key, knowing. And so the crystals, their key, the energetic key, can help when you tap into it to start feeling the spaces inside of yourself that you might have some certain issues with your beliefs and your faith and your perspectives. And this is a huge first step. You will never be able to astral travel if you don't even believe or feel that the astral realm is a real place. I mean, that's pretty simple to understand, right? But here's the thing. You also have to believe that you can get there. Because probably what a lot of people are believing, and what I believed before I was able to do it, is that I didn't know how to astral travel. And so it is. And so that was my experience, right? Now, me, in that version of myself, not knowing how to astral travel, right? Being the version that really wanted to experience all kinds of things, even crystal magic, for example, I kept emphasizing that. I was basically giving myself permission to be somebody who wanted it, not necessarily somebody who had it and is experiencing success with these things, right? So it's really just a literal shift of energy. Now, when you look at myself, who had certain issues, not issues, but just certain kinds of holes and things going on in my body and my energy system that made it so I couldn't astral travel, the crystals help us to show us an energy, help us to feel that energy and to tap into it. Blue kyanite is totally the energy of the astral realm and the way that it feels to be there. And it is so incredible the way that the energy feels. So what you can do is you can literally hold the crystal, and then it's a matter of just listening to it. You listen to the crystal, not yourself. You're not listening to your mind. You're not listening to what you read on the internet about these are the metaphysical benefits and effects of blue kyanite, because that's not listening. That's projecting our ego and what we know and what we think we know and these things at the crystal. What we want to do is kind of hollow out like an empty shell and just listen. Not project what we think it's going to do or what someone said it's going to do, but just listen to it. Because that's when the energy totally comes into you like a wave. Now, when this wave happens, when we're working with the crystals in this way and we're listening to them, we're not projecting ourselves at them, we're listening to them. It's a huge difference in energy. When this happens, this is when all these locked doors inside of you will literally open, and you will begin to see that there are so many different choices and paths and avenues in your life that you could just choose for yourself. But it's not our fault that we don't do that without the crystals, because you don't know what you don't know. You can't know what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the other hand of this, everything that you need to know is inside of you. All the secrets of the universe, exactly how to astral travel, exactly even how to manifest and whatever you want in your life. I make all kinds of manifestation videos. I'll tag some of that below for you guys too. It all comes down to this: permission. And knowing that you just can do it. Think about it. A lot of times in life, let's go ahead and use my YouTuber example because it's relevant to me, and I think that it'll make the example more genuine, and maybe you can relate it to certain things in your life. When I wanted to be a YouTuber, I kind of stepped out. I made a few videos here and there, but I wasn't really a YouTuber yet. I was Nathan trying to be a YouTuber. I was Nathan working towards being a YouTuber, right? Now, when I'm in this space, that's literally what I'm getting, because you only receive from the universe what you're standing there open to receiving. And that's all I knew how to be open to, because I didn't know it was so easy to just step into it. But the more and more I made videos, and the more I had little bits of success and felt myself enter a flow state, and the more I started to feel, people were saying, you know, Nathan, this is awesome, you're totally in the flow. Well, yeah, I am. I'm totally in the flow. I'm a YouTuber. I must be a YouTuber. Boom. And that's when I was able to give myself full permission to just do it. You see what I'm saying? Now, you might be asking yourself, what does this have to do with how to work with crystals to astral travel? Like, come on, Nathan, you're just spinning on all kinds of other topics here. I get it, but they're all connected. And what's in every single one of these stories is energy. The story is just that, a story that we associate with the energy, but underneath every single one of these things I'm talking about, it's the same energy. And I think that a lot of things in life, when we really look at them and we step back from our story, we realize we're just repeating kind of the same energy cycles over and over again. And we're not giving ourselves permission to step out of it. So how do you work with a crystal to astral travel? Well, this is why we're looking at this first, so that you can understand and help yourself, give yourself permission for it to work. And it's this: the same way that me making videos and feeling certain bits of that energy of, oh, this is what it feels like to post a video. This is what it feels like to talk about something that I don't care what other people think about and post it anyways, right? This is what it feels like to enter a flow state. You start feeling it, feeling little bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden, the door unlocks when the energy comes in big enough, and you just say to yourself, that's it. I'm not trying anymore, I just am. And so the crystals are exactly this part of the story for us. The crystal will help you to feel the energy, little bits and pieces of it. to tap into the energy, to feel it. And the more you feel it, the more you feel that flow, eventually you'll realize that actually the door was never even locked in the first place. It's always been unlocked, and we've just been sitting there, banging on the wall, trying to break the wall down. And we never saw that the door was already open, just right there waiting for us, because we were too busy banging on the wall. And that's why it's a matter of stepping back, stop projecting at the crystals, stop projecting at life in general, and just listen. Because that's where the magic happens, in the listening. So much secrets of the universe will be revealed to you if you stop talking over all of the magic that is constantly here around you. And you just let yourself receive it and be open to it. So this is the biggest preface for the video. Now we're gonna be really practical here, and I'm gonna talk to you guys real quick here about how you can actually work with it to tap into it. Now that you know the main gist of like how this is gonna help you, and how does working with a crystal actually help you to astral travel? Well, that's my opinion of it. So, what we're going to want to do with the crystals, this is Lightning, by the way. He's my adventure buddy. Just figured I'd show you guys how he's doing. He actually really loves the snow here in Shasta. And it's such epic adventures here. Has anybody ever been here to Heart Lake, to Castle Lake, or just Mount Shasta in general? If you have, I would really love to connect with you about that, because the energy here is so special. It's just like a crystal to me. Like, I love crystals so much, I want to talk about it with my friends. So I love it here so much, I want to talk to you about it too. So hey, hit me up. Let's talk. What did you think about your stay in Mount Shasta? Did you feel any really special and mystical energy? That's what it's like for me. Okay. So taking a look at how to actually work with the crystal to do it. Step one, you're gonna get the crystal that's right for you. If you don't know what crystal that is, I highly recommend that you check the video that's tagged below in the description called Best Crystals for Astral Traveling. Watch that video, listen to it, feel into it, and just simply choose with your intuition which one of those crystals sounds the most exciting for you. Which one sounds like it's gonna help you the most. Now what you do when you get the crystal is you're going to simply let it get some sun. No matter what kind of crystal it is, let it get some sun. I know this sounds weird, but I'm telling you guys, when you give your crystal sunlight, it radiates energy much more powerful than it ever does. And I think that it's because same way that we do. Imagine being in the clouds and rainy weather for a whole long time. You start to get kind of depressed and curl inward, right? When the sun comes out and it's this spring energy, everything opens up. Crystal's same way. So let it get some sun. Let it start generating that vibration, okay? And then it's simple. What you're gonna do is you're going to want to just hold the crystal. I know you can't see my eyes, it's because of snow blindness is a really real thing, okay? But I'm just gonna demonstrate here for a second. Wow, oh my God. You're just gonna wanna hold it, and you're gonna wanna just focus on the crystal. Give all of your attention to the crystal. Only be looking at the crystal. If other thoughts come up in your head about, oh, so-and-so said this to me at work today, or all of a sudden you start thinking about something you're gonna do later, relax, don't get mad at yourself, just simply shift your attention back to the crystal. Just look right back at it with all of your energy and everything you have. Giving it that energy and attention while simultaneously not projecting, blue kyanite's going to open my throat chakra because that's what the internet told me. Those are thoughts that are gonna get in the way of really connecting to it too, okay? So again, you can forgive yourself, just simply shift your attention back. We're only listening to the crystal right now. Focus at it. Give it all of your consciousness, give it all of your awareness, and you will literally become the crystal. It's as simple as that, you literally become it. That's exactly how it works for me. I know that a lot of you guys, you're probably feeling this with the crystals too. Of course, we all feel things differently, but I literally become the crystal. And then for me, what happens, because again, a lot of people feel energy in a different way, but if you're like me, let's be honest, if you're here, you resonate with me, that's why you're here in this moment with me, it will likely be similar for you. The crystals, the way that the energy is, it literally shifts in and changes my personality. It changes the thoughts that I'm having. All of a sudden, I'm literally a brand new version of myself, almost as if there are infinite versions of me existing on all these different timelines, and by picking up a crystal, it immediately sucks me to that timeline version of myself. And I can feel the shift. I can feel that I'm somebody else and yet always was in this moment. Like it's nothing new, it's something I always was and always had, but by picking up the crystal, I choose to associate myself with that version of myself on that timeline where I am that version. So guess what? Just by choosing the crystal, just by making this step to reach out and grab a crystal to help you to astral travel, you are associating yourself with that version. You are shifting all the energies within you. And even if you're not fully cracked open and sensitive to all the energies yet, it's okay. I wasn't in the beginning either. Just let the normal process take place of your spiritual awakening. You will continue to become even bigger and more expanded, more connected with everything, and feel everything in a much, much, much bigger way. It's like crazy how much it's changed and how much bigger everything gets. It's fantabulous, baby. So you're literally just gonna feel certain influences of energy. And it's as simple as just letting those influences exist. Don't judge them. Don't judge the way that you're thinking differently, that you're feeling differently. Let yourself be that version. Give yourself permission. So this is how you can start to unlock that door within you. And when you're this new version of yourself that's experiencing these different types of energies that we talked about in the video, Best Crystals for Astral Travel, when you start feeling those things, you'll start having all kinds of realizations because you will be associated vibrationally with thought forms in the universe and all of infinite intelligence that are now resonant and relevant to this version of you who feels this vibration and energy and is generating it. You connect to all the information out there that you never could really grab before, but it was always there, but now you simply tune to it. Like a radio station, radio tower. You know, it's like, oh yeah. And it's freaking sweet, okay? So you're gonna start having realizations along your week of working with it, maybe 2 weeks go by. You'll just start to feel lots of shifts and you'll start giving yourself more and more permission and start becoming this new version of yourself. That's so freaking cool, right? Now the next thing that you're gonna wanna do is this is the huge permission slip right here, okay? What you should do, if it resonates with you, is watch my video tagged below, How to Astral Travel. It's not about crystals, it's just how to astral travel. Strongly recommend you watch that video because I don't want to waste time talking about that here. I've already talked about a lot of stuff in this video, lots of videos tagged below to take all these things I've said a lot further. What you're gonna wanna do now that you're being this person, giving yourself more permission, tapping into these new thought forms and vibrations, you're simply going to want to take the crystal, put it under your pillow when you lay down, and use all the techniques I shared in the How to Astral Travel video. I just recommend you watch it, to be honest. It's a pretty thorough video. Do those techniques. And on a higher and quite literal level, right here, right now in your physicality, you know that the crystal's there. You know that it's helping you. You don't believe in it. You know it. You know it. That's permission. Believing in something, there's always doubts. When it comes to belief, the other energy is always right there with it, doubts. It's not the power of belief, it's the power of knowing. And we do that by taking those baby steps and dipping our toes in the water until we finally just unleash it all, just like we said in the beginning. So this is the unleashing moment for you. This is the moment. You take the crystal, you put it under your pillow, you apply the techniques, you've already been feeling the energy and giving yourself more permission, and then you just do it. Be the version of you that is astral traveling, and I guarantee you, you will be there. Because when I first started astral traveling, absolute accident. I did not know what I was doing. I couldn't do it on command. And now I am literally at a place where I could sit down right here and within 15 minutes, I am absolutely certain and I guarantee you guys that I could astral travel. Just sitting here. I don't even have to lay down anymore. And why? Because I've done it so many times, it's easier for myself to know that it's real and give myself permission to be there now. Eventually, you don't even need the crystals. You don't even need the techniques. But guess what? They're all here to help us. So let's use them. Damn. If you like these kind of conversations, if you like the vibe, definitely make sure to subscribe below. Let me know what you thought of this video by giving a thumbs up and commenting below. I'd love to talk to you guys about this conversation and see, have you had any luck with using any crystals? What's been your experience? And I'll see you guys for the next video. So thanks so much and have a good one.